The year 1911 marked a turning point in Chinese history. The once mighty Qing dynasty crumbled, falling victim to internal strife and external pressures. A power vacuum emerged, throwing China into chaos. Two groups rose to answer this call: the nationalists, KMT, and the communists, CPC. The KMT, led by Sun Yat-sen, championed nationalism and democracy. The CPC, founded in 1921, embraced communism, inspired by the Bolshevik Revolution. They joined forces in the early 1920s, forming the First United Front. This period of cooperation, however, was short-lived. The stage was set for the eruption of civil war. The fragile alliance between the KMT and CPC began to unravel in the mid-1920s. The death of Sun Yat-sen in 1925 created a leadership vacuum within the KMT. Chiang Kai-shek, a military leader, quickly rose to prominence within the party. Chiang was deeply suspicious of the communists, seeing them as a threat to his authority. In 1927, Chiang launched a bloody purge of communists within the KMT, known as the Shanghai Massacre. Thousands of communists and suspected sympathizers were killed or imprisoned. The CPC, caught off guard, was nearly destroyed. The remnants of the party fled the cities, seeking refuge in the countryside. The Chinese Civil War was a complex conflict with many fronts. The CPC's message resonated deeply with the rural population, promising land reform and liberation from oppression. The first phase of the Chinese Civil War from 1927 to 1937 was marked by brutal fighting. The KMT, under Chiang Kai-shek's leadership, launched a series of encirclement campaigns against the communists' rural bases. These campaigns met with limited success. Mao Zedong emerged as a brilliant military strategist, recognizing the importance of winning over the peasantry. Mao developed the concept of People's War, blending the CPC's army with the local population. Despite the KMT's military superiority, the CPC continued to grow in strength, establishing Soviet areas in the countryside. The KMT's inability to defeat the communists outright led to a stalemate. In 1931, Japan invaded Manchuria, altering the course of the Civil War. The KMT, faced with this external threat, agreed to a temporary truce with the CPC. The Second United Front was formed in 1937, uniting the KMT and CPC against a common enemy. The Japanese invasion forced the CPC to embark on the Long March in 1934. The Long March, while a military retreat, became a symbol of the CPC's resilience and determination. It solidified Mao Zedong's leadership within the party. The CPC, although weakened, found a new base of operations in Yan'an, ready to continue the fight. The Second Sino-Japanese War from 1937 to 1945 had a profound impact on the Chinese Civil War. The KMT and CPC fought against the Japanese invaders, but their underlying rivalry remained. The war exposed the weaknesses of the KMT government and the strengths of the CPC. The KMT suffered heavy losses and was plagued by corruption and inefficiency. The CPC used the opportunity to expand their influence, mobilizing the peasantry and conducting guerrilla warfare. The CPC's strategy during the war was twofold: resist the Japanese and rebuild their strength. The Japanese surrender in 1945 marked the end of World War II but did not bring peace to China. The stage was set for the final showdown between the KMT and CPC. The outcome of this conflict would determine the fate of China for decades to come. The final phase of the Chinese Civil War, from 1945 to 1949, was a period of intense fighting. The KMT, initially perceived as the stronger force, was weakened by corruption and a lack of popular support. The CPC emerged with a battle-hardened army and a powerful message of social justice. The CPC's victory can be attributed to widespread popular support, particularly among the peasantry. The CPC's promises of land reform and social equality resonated with the people. The CPC had a highly disciplined and motivated army, led by experienced commanders. The KMT was plagued by internal weaknesses, corruption, and a demoralized army. In 1949, after a series of decisive defeats, the KMT fled to Taiwan. The CPC declared victory, establishing the People's Republic of China on October 1st, 1949. The Chinese Civil War was over, but its legacy would continue to shape China's destiny.